Hello! I want to start off today by talking about a very specific question. What do you think of when you think of innovation? Maybe you think about humans landing on Mars or curing cancer, but the innovation I want to talk about today is the chair, or more specifically, how the chair evolved to become the symbol of Danish innovation and design over the mid-20th century.
It starts way back, actually, in Germany, with an experimental school called the Bauhaus. I'll be making a lecture on that later, but what you should know about Bauhaus is that it was a school that combined crafts and the fine arts. The biggest principle was something called Gesamtkunstwerk, which basically meant that all the arts would combine together to create architecture. Even though the school was discontinued in 1933, these principles would begin to inspire architects in post-World War II Denmark. Now, it's important to note that Gesamtkunstwerk was not the only influence that would lead to the golden age of Danish design. Post-World War I brought about something called functionalism, a movement about building for a better and newer world for the people. This is what would evolve into what we now know as Danish modern. Denmark took a while to industrialize, and already had a big tradition of quality craftsmanship. That, combined with a new furniture school at the Royal Danish Academy of Art, meant that architects began to collaborate closely with craftsmen to create chairs with a specific eye for human scale. By studying human proportions and how people sat, architects like Kåre Klint created chairs that conform to human scale and comfort. Now, there are a lot of different famous Danish architects and designers that contributed to this chair culture, like Werner Pansen, Nanna Dietzel, and Arne Jacobsen. But today I will be highlighting FDB Møbler. Møbler meaning furniture in English. I want to highlight them because so much information about FDB is really only in Danish. And in fact, one of the first design books I read in Danish was called En lys og lykkelig fremtid, The Story of FDB Møbler by Per H. Hansen. And one of the most interesting things that sets FDB Møbler apart from other furniture designers of the time period is that this was a company that actually had in-house design and production. Traditionally, an architect might design a chair and ask a craftsman company to build it. This could often mean that the chair would be very expensive, with limited production, and would be marketed under the name of the architect. FDB Møbler, however, had their own group of architects under their brand name and had their own factory. With both design and production under the same roof, there could now be a focus not only on craftsmanship, but on price optimization. Architect Børre Mogensen, who worked as the manager of FDB's design studio, considered it his primary job to create a strong and lightweight chair with minimal material consumption. This meant that the public could begin to afford quality classic pieces. When I bring up FDB Møbler to Danes, many reminisce that their grandparents had a piece or two of the furniture. One of my friends even referred to one of their chairs as that awesome butt chair because it's shaped for your butt. To me, all of this shows how innovation can really be about taking something we see every day and improving it through quality, close attention to detail, and collaboration. This is the geniusness of Danish design. So the next time you take a seat, whether it be at school, home, or at work, maybe you'll think of the design journey it took to get to you.